Shield of Strength of Faith. Can I just ignore these guys? Yeah, but that's the point, Quartz, is unless I'm misunderstanding what you're saying and or misunderstanding the interface I've been given. The last two ones were need a 13, roll an 11. And the previous one was need a 13, roll a 6, except the opposite direction. And one worked and one didn't. So I don't know what the fuck that means. What do we have here? We're trying to do damage, maybe. We're not in melee right now, right? Okay, let's back up. We have no spell resources. I don't know if we can shoot from there or not. I'm gonna assume we can.
Leave this one to me.
Easy 6. Nice. An idiot sometimes hit. Wait, did my monk lose his turn by standing up again? My monk downed again. Where's the monk? Oh, monk's unconscious again. I don't even remember him getting hit. Honestly, 26 AC, unit getting hit the most by quite a lot. Still -1? He's not. We healed him again. It wasn't -1. He might be something else again now. Back to -1, but we had healed him. Gain the supernatural ability to make a melee attack with your morale bonus on attack rolls equal to 1/2 your level in the class that gives you access to this domain. I don't know what a morale bonus is. 1/2 of 1.5. Passive, apparently. The AC is backwards? No. It's just bad luck. Really funny. Okay, do we have potions here? Do. Roll of Cure Wounds on belt. Right, let's get this shitty monk up. Who built this monk, chat? That guy's doing all the damage for the team. Cause fear. 5 versus 17, chat. So what does that mean, 5 versus 17? It's a saving throw. So I need to, okay, remember these numbers. We gotta look that up in the combat logs. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Will saving throw failed. Assassin leader casts Cause Fear. Saving throw will. Affected by target spells resistant. The affected creature becomes frightened if the subject succeeds at a will save, it is shaken. So she rolled a 5. No modifiers. DC 17. Failed. So what's the 6? Okay, but that makes sense, right? Which is a target of, I thought I saw a 6, not a 5, but I could just be misremembering at this point. So anyways, that makes a bit more sense because that's the roll I got versus the DC I needed. Right? But what happened earlier when the same two things happened but the guy got stunned? Damage was a bow next attack. Okay. Did it break our fear when we got shot too? We're fatigued. Frightened. Frightened do? Can't move towards a target or something. Status effects. -2 penalty on attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks. Saving check, the game forgets to show the total score. That's what I thought it was. Okay, okay, I'm not fucking insane. Like, fucking Quartz over there is gaslighting the shit out of me, telling me it's giving me the information. And what you're telling me is what I'm seeing, which is it's not applying modifiers. So the dice rolls are irrelevant because the modifiers could be positive or negative, but they could be more positive on the roll you need compared to the roll you hit. So you might get these sequences, which is the sequence I got, which prompted this, which was I got a 6 versus 13 success, and then I had a 7 versus like 14 fail. And on the same direction. They're both enemies saving throws, which is crazy to me because I'm like, what? Well, I don't understand that then. I'm clearly missing something because it shouldn't be able to do that. So why am I getting gaslit from chat that I'm getting the information I need? Either I'm misunderstanding or we still haven't explained that sequence. And I don't know which yet. Right? Yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying a session of bitching here. He's probably not in melee right now. We probably just shoot him, right? Let's try again. Ready? Here's the days roll. 14 versus 13. Presumably he succeeds. Now if we actually mouse over this, what are we actually seeing? Okay, ours was 14 versus 13. That's valid. Wrong one. Where's this guy? Uses days. Okay. Saving throw result 15. EC 13. Yeah, so it's fucking wrong. It just showed us a 14. He actually got a 15. The DC was 13. No, you rolled a 14. Oh, you're not offending me, Quartz. I'm just trying to figure it out. Don't worry about it. I'm not offended. I'm just trying to make sure that I understand. And I'm saying that your explanation didn't really seem to explain what happened. I don't think it did. Okay, I guess we're feared, and that's why we're walking away like an absolute scrub. Once we get behind the pillar, are we good? Okay. Go to the actual dice roll, but the actual die roll is like super not important, right? Like no one gives a fuck what the actual dice roll is because how does that help anything? The dice roll is modified by modifiers, and the total result is the result that's used. Alright, is our monk dead again? Not yet, but presumably about to die. Right, let's bring Mr. Tanky Pants in over here. And we will use our bow.
Just die already!
Easy. 1 damage hit. Okay, so what is this? This is best monk, test monk. Perfect. Stand up. I believe that's 4 turns in a row to stand up, if I understand correctly. How do I turn these on? No actions left to use this ability. Wait, but it lets me stand up and hit him, which presumably is going to do that. Okay, chat, talk to me about this. So proning, I thought, was a full... Turn them on until you're up. But when I click stand up, nothing actually occurs. And I still have this hovered attack line between us. Canon will only stand up. Okay. Well, he attacked me when I stood up. And now I have an attack. Is that in our knowledge of possible outcomes? Opportunity for standing. But I could still step back. Oh, I can't. Why is this yellowed? That means I can't do it. It means it's my action, right? Get our defensive bonus up. It's fine. We're going to do something to him. What are we going to do to him? Destructive smite, right?
Repent!
So 11 versus 14 number. Here I would assume that because it's not a defensive roll, this is an attack roll, I assume that means we rolled an 11. Ideally that would have been with modifiers, but probably that's base 11. Let's go see what we actually got here. Yeah, so our... Wait, did it say 18, chat? It didn't, right? What did it say it's the roll was against? Said I needed a 14, but his armor class is 18. I mean, I guess if you don't add modifiers on either side, that's fine, because the information is fine, right? Because if you subtract the modifiers from both sides ahead of time, then all you get is the dice roll that's needed. So is that what actually happened here? His armor is 18, subtract 4 is 14. We rolled a 11 plus 4, but subtract that 4. Okay. So that then is actually fine for information. It's a weird way to display it, but that's okay if it does it. But that still doesn't explain why we got opposite results one time. So as I said, I'm not, again, like, so if we didn't get opposite results that time and it was just something else, that makes a bit more sense. Anyways. It is weird to see it out in the absolute, but it works just the same. If that's what's occurring, which I'm still not 100% sure it is what's occurring. But at least makes some semblance of sense there. Combat difficulty is decent now. Like, these fights are fucking hard right now. You guys said this is the hardest fight in the game, though? So we want to attempt to daze. Okay, so that, okay, check that. 11 versus 13 is the information displayed. That's a saving throw. Let's see that. Okay. (11 versus 13. Saving throw result 14. They rolled an 11. They needed it. Okay, and then 11 versus 13. Our DC is 13. So our DC is probably not affected by modifiers that I'm aware of, right? Because DC actually changes based on your spell level. There's no modifiers affecting it. Okay, so that number actually makes sense as a projection of, like, that does show us, right? Okay, that makes sense then, I think still. Assassin leaders is terrifying, but I don't know what I'm going to do about it quite yet. Taking damage anyways. Keep rolling with our bow shots. The saving throw might not have been different there, right? Since okay, so what's going on over here? Our test monk is up. We would like to right click, go to single attack. Attack, hit him for a resounding 2. Step back. Potion. Okay. Test it twice apparently. Take it. Alright. 4th time. Guess we're on destructive smite again.
Life ebbs low.
Very nice attack. Well done. We have an extra move. Can we do it again?
What a waste.
Okay, we got enfeebled and downed. Hit our monk. No, we'll hit our... Alright. Damage on this bowman. 4 disables. I'm gonna try to let's daze the leader's gonna be hard to hit. I guess really disable is better than damage there. Okay, what is that? 14 versus 13. So that okay, but that's them because it's defensive. So that's a pass, so that's not a stun, right? Do I get the numbers right too? No. So here it does matter. Because there's no reason that should be a... Wait, what were the... Okay, chat, what were the numbers displayed again? (14 versus 13? Okay, but if it's gonna do that... Okay, and now I've figured it out. Okay, so the information is bad. Here's why it's bad. Ready, chat? Because if their modifier was +3 like this and they rolled an 11, the display would display as 11 versus 13, and then it would pass. It doesn't have to account for the mods, except that sometimes it shows it fucking backwards, right? Because if it's versus armor, what it would have showed here, imagine the same scenario, right? So we want to start with this. All right, you roll a 10, no modifiers. They have 10 AC. It displays 10 versus 10 hit. Makes sense. Okay, you now have a modifier. They don't. So now you roll 10. I can walk through the sequence where it happens, but you get things where lower than the target number hits, and then that same type of thing higher than the target number hits. And that doesn't make any sense because then it's useless information, right? So, okay, so I'm neither of these things. I both understand now and it's still fucking trolly as shit because it really doesn't give you the information you need to make understanding of it. No, it doesn't show differently for attack rolls. It still shows two numbers. It shows a thing versus thing and just doesn't show any of the modifiers. Maybe we can sort that. Okay, this person has been disabled for 3 rounds running in the corner. I'm pretty sure the druid is something that could be, or a bard is something that could be helping her too. I just forgotten to use it every single time. For attack rolls, it figures the modifiers. I don't know if for attack rolls it does figure the modifiers. I mean, it's not like it's not using modifiers. It's just not displaying modifiers. But what I didn't understand initially was that, well, I mean, the same problem like arose, right? I used the same ability twice. One time it was below the target number. One time it was above, and it did did the same outcome. Right? Not sure we've done any damage to anyone yet. Maybe one day.
Out of my way!
Why can't I shoot? Am I out of ammo? Oh, I moved 1 tile too far. And now I'm in extra movement as opposed to attack. Which works for attack rolls, Palabalo, but doesn't work for DC rolls. Because the DC doesn't have modifiers. Okay, we gotta go attack this guy, I guess. Hey, got him. Look at that. He's fucking suffering. Let's hit him again.
Come as dust.
He does 20 times more damage than the rest of my team put together. Get in melee range again.
Do not falter.
Oh. I guess I'm still frightened and didn't realize it. And when I saw them around the pillar, I ran away. Interesting interaction. Uh-oh, I think they just downed our damage, dude. By the way, I'm not convinced we're winning this fight right now.
Leave this one to me.
Alright. This is Mr. Tanky Monk. Go. I guess this guy doesn't have attack of opportunity. Still a tutorial? Presume. Double attack of opportunity. I would say we did all that damage, but if you look at this, Amory deals 42 damage to Assassin. My highest damage roll is 6 right now. So that probably wasn't me. Why don't I kill the channelers? Because currently the channelers aren't attacking me. And I haven't played this game before. So I don't know what happens when the channelers die. Maybe the shield drops and they come out. Maybe the game ends. for all I fucking know. So at the moment, I'm trying to deal with the active fighters. All right, incoming Valerie. Dude, let's hire her. Let's do our big damage roll. Ready?
Just die already.
Miss. So right click to get my other movement at least. Okay. Figuring out interface a little bit. You check if what her hit rolls are. She's not our character, so presumably she's cheating, right? Or she's probably using their rolls. Let's take a look. Attack results 32, 19 plus 13 modifiers. Critical confirmation roll. Crit hit not confirmed, so she missed her crit. She has a plus 13, but she rolled a 1. So her base attack 1, strength plus 5, plus 2 flanking, whatever the fuck that means. Difficulty 4, minus 2 for bastard sword, plus 1 for bastard swords, plus 2 for rage. Probably we should cower in a corner and let her clear this out for us. Okay, double miss. Standard fare.
Repent.
Got a mirror image. Cool. Imagine you were an assassin leader. You were fucking cantripping. I'd be so angry if I were any of the assassins who came with you. Not our strength, that's where attack rolling off of. No, not the inactive ones. Alright, it's definitely better to leave them down than resurrect them, I gotta say.
Time to get my hands dirty again.
1 versus 14. Any of those numbers mean anything? I would assume that means he has AC 14 unmodified and we rolled a 1 unmodified, and that the other numbers don't matter whatsoever. Like it just ignored our modifiers entirely. Let's take a look. Attack result 1, targets AC 17. But why does it apply modifiers to the armor class? Shouldn't that have been 1 versus 10? I mean, 17 is absolutely what I need to hit. So it's more useful that way, but why is it a 1? Because I have plus 3 there. So I could have, here chat, I could have rolled 1 versus 17 missed, and I also could have rolled 16 versus 17 hit. So useless. Both of those displays can happen with that. The archer continues to evade all of our...
Your life ebbs low.
Alright, we're not going to be able to hit anything, and when we do hit anything, no damage is taken.
Onwards!
So, oh my god. Valerie just hit for 19. She's one of our characters. She doesn't have the super secret hidden bonuses. What the fuck just happened? We crit her. Attack result 22. 19 plus 3. Target's armor class 22, so it was just a hit. She just crit on a 19? Did, and then rolled another 19. We just got, like, we just almost 1 in 20 to here, right? Twice. She has to roll, she only has modifier plus 3. So she has to roll 19. So she rolled 19 twice in a row to do that. At least I know what the fuck's happening now. Good. No, not 1 in 100 chance. We rolled a 1 in 19 twice. The 1 in 400 chance. We basically double crit.
Out of my way!
4 out of 4. No, you're kind of right. We have to split the difference though, because it's not right. It's 20 also works. That's true. I calculated the roll of hitting a 1 in 19. That's true. That's true. All right. Or hitting the 19 twice. All right. Yeah, fuck your mirror images.
What a waste. Become as dust.
Stay behind me. Let us strike as one.
All right. How do I auto the rest of this fight? Why are they all standing around? Yeah, totally. In your faces, jerks. Nice.
Thank you for your valor and bravery.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti.
Probably, yes.
They both help my.
All right, I don't want to do this. I want to talk to chat right now.
Upon finding the guard's salaries in the armory, he immediately pocketed it all.
Any thief caught red-handed would say the same.
That was a sound decision.
Well, he knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire.
Trying to save others is commendable.
I would actually like to look at these together, but what I actually want to get to is the end of the fucking tutorial so we can take a moment to chat. Alright. So I won't be skipping this always when I play this game, if I play this game, but I am skipping it for now, because very likely we're gonna have to fucking do all this shit again at some point, right?
Surviving a terrible night. Our
Okay.
small team set.
All right, let's chat about this for a moment, chat, because I am basically done for today. I wasn't planning on going this long anyway. It's fine. So is this okay? So my initial impressions on this are they've done a. I don't know if they've done a lot since last time I played. Last time I played it was nearly unplayable. It seems a little bit smoother. There's still some issues clearly of figuring out what the fuck's going on, but a lot of this is once we learn the interface, everything becomes a lot smoother. Good level. Take a look at what, I mean, we could look at this interface. I'm trying to get some information about whether or not we want to keep playing it. The pluses in my mind right now are the complexity of the character system is a huge plus for me. I really do enjoy that. I hear there's a ton of content in this game. Some of the downsides right now, the combat wasn't particularly intuitive. Not necessarily a problem once you learn it, but displays and movement kind of ugly, like not the graphics per se, but like, you know, like I'm trying to go there. I want the translation of mind to be, once I understand the system, the translation of mind should be nearly perfect, right? I want to go there, step away from the attack of opportunity, take my healing potion, then punch him, or vice versa. Punch him, step away, take my healing potion, right? That should be, the interface should handle that intuitively. Doesn't right now, but maybe some of that's learning stuff, so I'm not entirely certain about that. I got some kind of mixed signals from chat too. Some of you guys are like, the combat in this game is really good. Some of you like the combat is not very good. I don't really know. I would love to, I don't know how to do that either. Do I ask those of you who have played the game to kind of vote on how good the combat is in the game kind of deal? That might be a way to do that, to kind of get some sense of what the hell is going on for that. Because right now, I don't know is the answer. Like, I'm willing to give it some more time. We'll see. But I did play this far last time we played it and chose not to continue with things like bugs and interface. That's good on higher difficulties. I don't need the combat to be balanced necessarily. And I don't care if I have to, like, I mean, what's the issue? I have to save and load the fight again? Like if it's just a side effect of higher level combat being very fun with this difficulty system, I can deal with low level stuff. I'd rather that than the opposite, right? The worst is when early combat is very difficult, and then late combat you have out leveled all the things the enemies can do, and you're just going through the motions every single fight. That is boring as fuck. That's fun and strategic. A lot of very trivial fights. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that too. Never out level unless you. That means if people consider min-maxing cheesing in a game that's based on fucking character creation, I don't know what to tell you. So I don't know what you mean by that. Late levels with an optimized party, you still got face rolled if you weren't properly prepped. That's interesting. And Trials is okay, although it needs to be in general a fairly decent level of difficulty. AI has very OP characters randomly. This is certainly fucking no. 4 to 12 is the sweet spot. Turn off turn-based for trash fights. On the start and end were challenging but over-leveled a lot in the quests in the middle. How do I tell a trash fight from a non-trash fight though, chat? I toggle what? Oh yeah, on that. I mean, doing stuff like turning off shared experience and going for the narrative that gives you the hardest effects with diplomacy optimized MC. I see. So there's like ways to scam experience out of it. Alright, but some of the problems with this game aren't going to be fixed by having good combat, right? Like, I don't know, like I found that tutorial quite boring. And maybe boring because my characters don't do anything yet, but kind of just boring because it was just boring. Is the game itself going to be fairly fun compared to that? Or gameplay isn't interesting, might not get a lot better. I like turn-based combat in general with leveling. That tends to hit my spot. Can I change difficulty levels after a location? Could I, for example, if I wanted to change my character creation, change a character, run through the tutorial on easy, then ramp it up to like insane afterwards or something? So I could essentially skip the tutorial. I mean, the tutorial was really useful for us because I'm trying to figure out the fucking interface, and I feel like I was a little bit more fluid with the interface by the end of it. Just because we have some sense of what's going on. It's certainly not intuitive to begin with. Alright, let's walk through this level up, and then I'm going to call it for today. Sorry. How do I do a level up here? So we have a level up, apparently. We want to level up. Hit next. Supposedly at this level we get a monk feat bonus, evasion. Achievements. Thank you for the warning. I'm not too worried about achievements though. The class. Oh, because this is if I want a multi-spec, so I could go like monk wizard right now. I see. Okay. We have not gained any points there, but we've gained 3 points here. So if we want to go perception, mobility. What do athletics do again? Leaping, scaling walls, and swimming. I thought we were going to get 4 points every level with this amount of intellect. What happened? We only got 4 for our first level. It's like 1 plus 3 or something, and we get 3 every other level. Magus is the epitome of cheat. I'm going to get 4-3, 4-3. It's int modifier over 2. Because I have an automa. Alright, so we grab that. I get a monk bonus feat right now at 2. That's kind of nice. Do we want to grab... So what's going to be limiting factor for us? How many more monk bonus feats? What line is that here? I get 1 at 2, 1 at 6, 1 at 10. Are there more that get unlocked, chat? Or is this all of them? I have crane style already. So the question becomes like, I thought I saw an improved crane style qualify for more. I guess what I'm asking is, dodge apparently exists as a monk feat and a regular feat. Do I want to take it as a monk feat because there's not a ton of monk feats, or do I want to take it as a regular feat because there are a ton of really good monk feats? I can take all of the monk feats as regular feats, so it doesn't matter. Right click on feat. Go at the bottom right. Press this already. Do anything. Talk chat. They're getting those bonus feats for monk is ignore pre. Dodge has no prereqs. Number of additional attacks of opportunity per round. Feats can only do monk skills, they're not good. You should. Does this use a are reactions a thing in Pathfinder or not? The combat reflexes say that I get additional attacks of opportunity. Deflecting arrow in 5e, something like attack of opportunity is a reaction, and so would be something like deflect arrows. But you're saying with this that I can still deflect arrows even though it would be a reaction and an attack of opportunity because there's no such thing as reactions in this game. Yeah, I'm just limited. But AOO is a specific thing. I have no idea. I would take dodge here. You guys said, and I think if I understand correctly, you guys said use monk feats to take generic feats when possible. I think I understood that's what you guys are saying. Pathfinder is closer to 3.5 and far from 5e. Don't compare the two. You're missing the point though, right? Like, I have a working system of how attacks of opportunity, deflection, and arrows work in a D&D setting, and I'm asking, is it similar or different here? And the answer is different, which is... Alright, so we grab dodge there. Picked up evasion. Good. Alright, what is this? This is now telling me my new abilities, which I already know. There's nothing to select here. Alright, but we have everybody here. How did we end up with these ones? This what's her face? Cuddy cut. So is this where Cynoid has been warning me about that to take the Dark Advisor, but I took the Good Advisor, and I'm going to be salty about this later? Is that correct? Okay. The other's back there. No, the part. Okay. Oh, I'm sure I'll miss it. Okay, so this is the fighter that we're actually kind of interested in, right? This is the shield defense fighter, tower shield specialist. Fighter again. Really don't need two tanks like this. Can't hit anything, but I want to see what it does. Can I see the inventory? Has 15 charisma. Why did this character take all odds? 15, 9, 19, 13. can raise this twice because they didn't put any points in it. This decision only makes sense in the context of knowing my party and knowing what I mean, this is another one of these impossible decisions for a new player, right? I don't know what the other characters are like. Did the other characters have persuasion? Can I make my own characters later? Okay, we'll have to do that. Alright. We get to choose a bonus combat feat because we're a fighter, presumably. No, but it only tells me, I saw that, Cyanoid, but it only tells me for these characters, right? Like, it just shows me the other 3 in this party, but I have 4 other characters who I could be using in the other party, correct? But it doesn't tell me. Alright. Field specialists, yeah, okay, we already have that. So we're choosing one of these. What was our first one? We chose weapon proficiency bastards. Man, imagine using your... Don't fighters start with like a dozen different proficiencies? Was her first proficiency entirely wasted? Took a fucking sword? Exotic? I don't know what it does yet. I guess I should open up some... Look in a second. Yeah, okay. My point was not... Why was the bastard sword not covered in fighter proficiencies? My point was, it seems weird to spec a weapon at number 1. Not correctly built. That seems weird that your first... Okay, I don't know what to choose for these. Give me... I'm not sure we're keeping this playthrough either, so it doesn't matter that much, but give me something that would allow her to continue to be built. If she was just going to be built pure shield defense fighter, something that would be useful for her, please, chat. Dodge? Okay. She's eligible for dodge. Can't get dodge, chat. Doesn't have prereqs for it yet. Dodge already? She can't get dodge because she has dodge already, chat. What would you recommend? Armor focus or weapon focus? She has a weapon focus. So what's armor focus? Alright, armor focus heavy? Sold. You wearing heavy right now? Can I tell in some way? She has toughness already. She has toughness and dodge. The weapon proficiency, not a weapon focus. Okay. All right. All right, so if I look at inventory now, can I see the characters as they exist? Yeah. Putting armor. Who's wearing heavy? Ha! Good guess. Thank you, chat. Strong enough to carry this stuff? Doesn't look like she is. When do we get our first option to recruit blank characters? And the blank characters we recruit, how do they level? Do they start at the same level as our party, or do they always behind? They level up to your current level, 20 minutes. Need money. From the barbarian didn't level. So experience is different from your characters? You get progressively more expensive as you level up. Okay. What do you think, chat? Do I just learn all of the Pathfinder system right now and then devise some multi-specs by tomorrow? He doesn't get any feats or anything. Oh, 'cause she's level 2. Level 2 bard gets a bard talent. Not giving me the option for progression. Character. Guys. Where do probably the next page. Dude, she's got a +7 on persuasion as well. Why am I multi-leveling this? It's 5? Oh, she's a bard. Alright, I don't think we should be using the other girl for persuasion. Alright, so this is what I want to see. Bard talent. What do we have right now? We have extra performance. I'm sure I didn't use bardic performance. What do you guys think? For the next week, we just do a Pathfinder stream and we pick one character and level it to level 2 each day. Yeah. Bonus combat feat. What? Okay, so combat trick is combat feat. I get weapon focus through here and then weapon focus through there. Yeah, previewing some classes might be fun. It just depends. Again, like, I don't know how much to invest in here. Like, not money. I mean, I don't mind buying the DLC, but I mean in terms of how much time do we want to invest in this channel? Is this going to be fun if I get into it? It feels like this is not an easy to pick up game. And I can't decide if it's going to be fun to play through. Less than any character. Only CRPG lets me build cities. I don't know that I want to build cities. One of the great things about playing RPGs is I don't have to populate the city myself. Story is written by a top tier DM. Characters felt one-dimensional from the tutorial, but the tutorial is always going to be the worst, right? Okay, how do we decide this, chat? Do we flip a coin? Do I ask my wife? Do we check the entrails of some poor bird or goat or something? Sleep? Poll? I think I should poll the people who have sat through 7 hours of Pathfinder if they want to play Pathfinder. I could predict the outcome of that poll if it. Act. How long? What is the commitment to play Act 1? Like, if today was 7 hours or something to get to here, what's Act 1 cost me? Time? 10 hours? Don't know. I don't know. This is fucking with my head a little bit. I mean, I guess the question is what else we'd be playing right now. I've been enjoying Ratropolis, but I'm kind of in between games. Maybe we spend a couple days on Pathfinder and see how it feels. I'm just trying to decide if I want to wipe this part. Like, if I commit to playing this game fully, I'm gonna want to re-roll all the fucking characters. But I need to get more information before I can do that because it's not gonna be relevant, right? There's not gonna be enough pieces to play to make that fun yet. So I could just go with this party for a while and see what happens. Requires a lot of time, and once I figure out a good build, I'll breeze through everything. See, I don't want to breeze through everything. The whole thing I want challenge while still being able to play with characters optimally. I have to buy that Oblivion if I want to do that. Which is fine. I could do that. I don't want to fucking Google Pathfinder builds. Half of my joy is character creation. I absolutely don't want to Google builds particularly. I want to look at something and go, oh, okay. That explains why that could be useful. Or, oh, wouldn't it be cool to fit X and Y and Z together? Plus, I've got chat. You know how much more fun it is to be like, you know, after playing this, Bard was okay, but I really wish the Bard could shoot arrows out of its ass while invisible. And we'll be like, you know what class does that? Be like, what class does that? And then you guys would tell me. And then we could talk about what specs would be. Be like, well, you need invisible ass shooting bow. That's a exotic weapon. And to do that, you're going to need a warlock patron who can get you one of those from other regions. And that combination is going to get you a character that you can get out of that. I think that would be fun to have with chat. Anyways, okay, chat, I think I'm out for today. It sounds like what we should do is I should spend a little bit more time on this. We'll probably play this at least tomorrow, then get a sense. If it's really boring and repetitive, I may stop super early. So I'm not committing to full playthroughs of this yet, but I like the character building system. I'm not super excited about the idea of companions. I've seen that mentioned a number of times, and I don't know if the cheaty like system is fun or not. Like I like a combat system that's challenging, but I don't want it to be like a Civ 5 combat system, right? The problem with Civ 5 system was it was a one-dimensional. To beat a system like that, it was very one-dimensional. So your options as a player became restricted because the game was hard in a cheaty way, right? If the enemies are smart, it's not always hard in a cheaty way. If the enemies are just huge stat blocks, then you have to do something to deal with those stat blocks. So, and it sounds like what we're seeing here is the way this game does difficulty is it adds stats, and that's okay as long as we have options to play around it. If it becomes really tedious, then we'll have to see. Okay, anyways, thanks for being here today, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. I know it was I think I warned you guys up front, right? We have the title for this, right? Yeah, I could buy the Endless Dungeon thing. I think that's a better way to check it out than this. Like, are we going to get a lot of enjoyment? I mean, I guess that would give us a number of fights all in a row. I mean, that might be an easy way to do it. I just don't know what it's getting me. What am I getting? I'm getting, instead of a story-driven event, I'm getting a dungeon event. The fights in the game have something interesting you can exploit to beat it. Anyways, for real, I'm leaving. Yes, and faster progression. That might be the trick to do it. Getting a roguelike dungeon experience with faster leveling. That actually sounds pretty fun. What's the DLC called? I'll just go buy it. It might be a good thing to check out tomorrow if we want to get a sense of how the game actually handles combat, what its levels look like, what the leveling up over time does beneath the Stolen Lands. Okay. Thanks, guys. All right, I'm going to head out for today. I'll be back tomorrow. If you enjoyed the Pathfinder, we're going to be checking that out more tomorrow, it sounds like. Thanks for bearing with me on these ones, guys. I imagine there's going to be plenty of questions and plenty of frustrations figuring out a complex system. But this is one of the games that has come up a couple times as something that I've missed that was worth playing through. And it might be. We might see that. Anyways, I'm out of here for the day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Let me host a friend on the way out. Finally log off here. Let's give Taylor a read. Say hi to him. Watching Hell's Kitchen Season 12, apparently. Sure. I'll leave you guys there. And see you guys tomorrow.